Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie and I am a money coach, and today I want to talk to you about an issue that comes up in discussions between my clients and I, and that is your money mindset roadblocks. What I mean by this is if you've ever experienced any trauma regarding money, whether it's a relationship that came to an end because of money, or someone continuously talked negative to you about money, or you grew up in a house where money was the cause of stress and conversations constantly, that could create a money mindset roadblock that subconsciously your mind puts in front of you, that kind of freezes you in your tracks and makes you feel as though you're not capable of taking the first step towards becoming financially independent. What I mean by this is sometimes it stops you from looking at your numbers. Sometimes it stops you from creating your budget. Sometimes it stops you from even looking at your bills. I had a client in my 9-to-5 many years ago, and she was going through a horrific divorce. It was lasting way too long, and it wasn't even her fault. She was trying her best. But her subconscious created such a roadblock for her when it came to the finances because her husband was the one who managed the money. So he was using money as a weapon in that case. She actually had a cardboard box that she kept by her front door, and any mail that she got from our office, she just put it in there. She didn't even look at it. I have another client who told me when I asked her, did you get the documents that I sent you? And she said, I can't deal with anything. I feel like I'm frozen. And she's like, I took what you gave me and I stuck it in a drawer. And I'm thinking to myself, one day I'll get to it. And I'm like, no, those documents are important and I need you to get them back to me. I have clients that in my money coaching business, I have clients that tell me like, I'm not good with money. Like I know I'm not, like, I know I can't do this. It's strange, but also fascinating to me to see how the mind really works. And I know we talk about money mindset on this channel, and I'm sure you've heard it on other channels, but roadblocks are something that are out of our control. It's subconscious. It's your subconscious way of protecting you from something that you might fear, that you know in the past caused you trauma or stress. I can tell you that I grew up in a house where money was constantly a discussion point in our house. There were nights when my mom would make us dinner and she wouldn't eat herself because we didn't have enough food so that she can eat herself, and she wanted to make sure that her kids were taken care of. If that doesn't tell you how trauma really does start when you're young, and stress about money can really start when you're young, or if you're in a relationship that ends because of divorce or someone passes away and that person made you feel as though you were not capable of dealing with money. You're not good with numbers. You're not good with finances. I'll take care of it. You're just, you're not smart enough. Whatever the trauma is, whether you've witnessed people ending their marriage because of money, or whether you yourself went through a divorce because of money, there are so many stress points that money causes in our relationships, in our family and friends relationships, and we all take that in, right? When you sympathize with someone who you really care about and your heart breaks for them because they've gone through something with money, you take it on yourself and you start doubting, am I capable of doing this myself? Am I capable of managing my money? That's how a lot of people get into debt in the first place. What is that famous saying, right? Retail therapy, right? When you're not feeling good, when you're feeling like things are out of control, when you feel like you need a little pick-me-up, when you feel like you want to treat yourself to something because you're having a bad moment, what do? You grab that credit card and you go and you swipe. There are different ways that your money mindset can create roadblocks for you. And when you start realizing where you are and you start realizing that the more you sit in this position in life, the more you're going to be sinking in this debt quicksand, or living a life where you're not in control of your money. It is so important to be in control of your money. And I'm not saying, every single cent. I'm not saying, don't treat yourself to something. But I'm saying is when you don't know where your money is going with each paycheck, you're getting deeper and deeper into debt. Or even worse, at the end of the year, when you look at your W-2, your 1099, and you think to yourself, where did that money go? I have no idea, because at all you weren't controlling it. And it might be something that you really are thinking you can try to do, but subconsciously you have roadblocks that you need to deal with. This comes up a lot with my clients, and I help them deal with how to overcome those roadblocks. And it's not an easy thing. I love to compare money with diet, right? There's no one cure, one thing like, hey, I'm going to give you this and you're going to just shed those pounds and you're never going to gain another pound again. It doesn't work that way. Everything starts up here. So I work with my clients on how to overcome those roadblocks. But just like with roadblocks, when you overcome one, another one will pop up. And you need to find a strategy to go around that one as well. And I didn't just deal with trauma with money when I was young. I also went through a very stressful divorce where I got so much into debt just fighting to get out of it. And I've shared my debt story. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it at the end. But I'm telling you, I lived through it in my childhood. I lived through it in my young years of being an adult. That's why I sympathize with my clients so much. It is such a process to overcome money mind blocks. But in doing that though, with every step that you take, you start getting more empowered to realize you are capable. You can do this. And if someone ever told you that you couldn't, or you ever felt like you couldn't, with every step you take moving forward in the right direction, you start getting more empowered. You start getting more excited about money, and you realize, I can do this. I can pay off my debt. I can start saving for my future and get excited about money. I am so grateful for where we are financially, but it took us so long to get there. And I tell you firsthand, to me, when I decided today was the day that I was going to change my relationship with money, was the day that I finally had the courage to sit down and look at my numbers. And I don't say that to say, yay me. I'm saying it because that's what it felt like. Because I was coming from a place of fear. I was coming from a place of trauma. I was coming from a place of money scarcity. I really was. To me, I grew up with it being a problem, a pain point regarding money. My life was regarding money. My parents were fighting about money. Everything was about that. And then to be in a relationship for so long and have money also be a type of control, and then have to fight to get out of it and get into debt to get out of it, I can tell you firsthand how empowering it is when you finally decide that today is the day I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna change the course of my life. And that's really what it is. It really is. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that every time I think about where I was those years ago and every step we took to get to where we are now, where we paid off $48,000 of credit card debt in 2 years. Our cars are paid in full. We're working on our mortgage now. That is the only debt that's in our name, is the mortgage. With every single paycheck, we're putting away for our kids, 3 kids, 529 plans. We're putting more and more away for our 401k contributions. We're putting more and more away for our Roth IRAs. Because the last thing we ever want to do is to be a financial burden on our kids. When it comes to that, we're gonna break the generational cycle. And when I say that, I can't help but smile from ear to ear, because my mom depended on me to help her out financially. And I was happy to, because she's my mother and she was the best mother ever. My husband also had to help his family regarding money and paying off their mortgage. So I can tell you firsthand that I will never be a financial burden on our kids, and neither will my husband. Like, that is something that we are checking off. We're breaking that generational cycle. And it all started with looking at our numbers, with having that leap of faith, of knowing, you know what, I am going for it, because I am not going to waste another moment of my life in this place of doubt, of fear, of trauma, of paralyzing trauma. I can't say it enough. Like, I felt like I was frozen for so long because of these roadblocks that my subconscious was putting before me when it came to money. try your best to recognize why it is you're not looking at your numbers, why it is that you come with regards to money from a place of fear, from a place of scarcity, from a place of trauma. When you recognize the reason why you behave a certain way when it comes to money, that's the first step. That's the first step to realizing that you can break it. You can break those roadblocks. And when you come across the next one, what are you gonna do? You're gonna stop? No, you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna keep going, and you're gonna keep going. And you're going to get to where you wanna be in your journey when it comes to money. Again, I hope this message helps someone. I can talk about this topic forever. If you guys want me to delve even more deeper into this topic, leave a comment down below. And if you guys have never budgeted before, I created a free printable that is linked down below. It's the easiest way to get started creating a budget. I did it because I just want to help people who have never tried budgeting before. It's the simplest way. And I've gotten so many compliments and so much positive feedback on it, so I'm very proud of it. And if you guys need additional help from me and you know that this message resonated with you and you know that you want to change your relationship with money now, I invite you to also click the link on my calendar below and schedule a call with me. I'd love to see how I can help you. And if you like this video, please click the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and to click on that bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching.